All right. Welcome in, everybody. We got Lee, we got Justin. Great Blackhawks win today. How are you boys feeling?
Feeling fucking phenomenal, boys. Blackhawks hockey is so back. 5-2 win against the defending Stanley Cup finalist Edmonton Oilers on a back-to-back, mind you. I mean, so much to glaze today. The power play, 3 for
Oh,
3. Bedsy, 3-point game.
oh,
Turbo, 4-point game.
ah,
Oh, Seth Jones.
Boys,
Beautiful performance, boys. Oh.
it just feels
Mm.
so good. I said on the pod, I said we're gonna win one of these games on the road. Disappointed, obviously, to not get the win yesterday, but hey, man, to beat Edmonton like that in their own arena, our special teams was better than theirs. You know, if you would have told me before this
Hell yeah.
game that we were gonna beat them on the special teams, I would have been like, come on,
And
maybe
both of them were. The power play and the penalty kill cooked. Foligno on the penalty kill was absolutely
he was
incredible. He and Dickinson, a great
unbelievable.
connection.
He
Yes.
was unbelievable. I wrote that down during the second period. Like he had like a 30-second stint in their zone,
He just hemmed it in there.
muscling guys
Yeah.
off. He looked unbelievable on the penalty kill, and of course on the power play as well, scoring the goal. Gosh, where should we really start? Yeah,
That's the
like you
question.
said,
Yeah. I think we just came out really strong, right? Like the Oilers had a good start, but we kind of just held in there, right? We held them to nothing. Mrazek was very strong today too. Got to give him credit there. And we got that tip of Kershaw and left the period leading. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, like we got a chance in this game. And then the second period, Perry tied up. Of course, it's fucking Corey Perry. He had to
I
get a
know.
goal tonight. Former
Fucking
Blackhawks always cook us. But then we get a power play after that. And Seth Jones was phenomenal tonight. I love the dog on Seth, but he was fucking phenomenal tonight.
He looked great. He looked like he deserved the
He looked
contract.
like a nine. Yeah, he looked like a $9.5 million defenseman. That's what I'm
No,
fucking talking about.
and that's what we need. We need our big guys stepping up, and I feel like that's just like a taste of what we're gonna see this year. You know,
Hell yeah.
It's just so awesome to see Bedard with a competent forward.
Exactly.
Like, I
That's
think
what we said. Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm not, and this is not hyperbolic. I actually think Tavo's gonna have 100 points this year. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Okay. I think we're
I
getting
swear to God.
You're being serious right now. I think
I'm-
Betsy 100-point season easily. That's not even a question for me.
I think they're gonna be one and the same. I think that when Betsy
think so.
Tavo's gonna eat, they're gonna be on the same power play unit, the same
I see your
top line.
logic though. I see what you're saying.
Dude, Tavo just looked so good tonight.
I do think he could be a point per game player. I think he could put 70, 80 points. But I don't know. I think there's going to be times where Betsy shows up and maybe he doesn't. But tonight, though, I mean, Turbo was actually, I didn't glaze him enough in my post-game thing. It was mostly about Bedard, but Turbo was probably better actually tonight. I mean, in the power play, he cooked, got 2 power play goals, 1 late. Absolutely looked phenomenal today. If that Turbo Betsy connection, man, that could be special. That could be absolutely special.
Just Mrazek, so great. 32 saves. His save percentage 941 against the Oilers. I mean, especially
in that third period. I mean,
and the third period.
The third period too, yeah.
Man, the first 10 minutes he made some saves. And I was like, oh my God. Like I was like,
This
hopefully
could be a long night. Yeah, I was
it's
getting
gonna be a
worried.
long night because
The Oilers, you could see they're coming out like, sorry to interrupt, but they were coming out like, something to prove after losing 6-0 to the Jets. And then they followed up with a 5-2 loss to the fucking Blackhawks who are playing on a back-to-back. Incredible. But yeah, Mrazek held his ground. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is kind of what I was saying though on the podcast. Like these first couple months of the regular season, like I mean, Edmonton, they outshot us tonight, but they didn't
By a lot.
By a lot, but I think we had the better chances, honestly.
Oh yeah, it wasn't really till late in the third they got like those high quality chances and started to cook. They had one goal that's taken off. By the way, that goal interference, that was totally goal interference. So all those Oilers fans who were yapping, it's so funny. They were chanting like refs, you suck, when they were handed a power play, scoring that power play. But they didn't give them a 5-on-3 because the puck clearly went out of the zone, but it was tipped. It was deflected before that, very obvious. And these fucking Oilers fans are yapping about it. One of the whiniest fan bases in the NHL. But yeah, we cooked their asses.
And when it goes to the review, it's not like they're gonna get it wrong. Like it was clearly goaltender interference.
Great challenge by Richardson. Great challenge.
What a ass challenge by Richardson.
Hell yeah.
We were critical of him on the podcast on Friday, but I mean,
he outcoached that poverty franchise tonight.
Yes.
I will say, he threw out the same lineup. I questioned it a bit. Like, I don't know, but he's like, you know what? It worked well against Winnipeg. The offense wasn't there, but the defense was. And tonight they both were there. And the goaltending, all three. And that's what we want to see. And the special teams. Everything was there. Everything.
It was really a positive, just all around positives. And I'm loving the boys getting fired up in chat. Seth Jones, masterclass, plan the parade. That's exactly how I'm feeling.
Fuck yeah, man. 1-1-1, boys.
Maybe not quite the parade, but
it'll be a more exciting season. I think this shows that. If people were worried about that, after the preseason that was rough, this is such a new team. There's chemistry has to be built. That does not happen overnight. This is such a new look team, and you're already seeing it. We're 3 games into the season. This team's already building chemistry, already looking so much better. I mean, it's great. Really, the only ass period we have is the first period against Utah. I feel like every other period, like we've been in the hockey games and we look good. Really,
we're competing with everyone. And Tassos said it on the podcast. He called this a planned loss or a scheduled loss. And I said, dude, we didn't make all these trades. We didn't make all these moves in this offseason to not be competitive with every team in the NHL.
I will say I wasn't perfect from that. I said 5-3 Oilers, but I said reverse. I was going for the reverse jinx. So really, I was right, off by 1.
No, I thought we were going to lose tonight, but I thought we were going to win yesterday. So, I mean, I just got them wrong.
You actually predicted a win, didn't you?
Tonight.
Well, you weren't there. You weren't there on the post game. Okay.
Tonight, boys, I did excellent on the sports gambling tonight. I had
you called Betsy.
I called Betsy before the game. I texted the group chat. I said
he was due.
I said he's due tonight. He's scoring, and I put my money where my mouth was. Cashed out on that, and I also hit Blackhawks money line at like plus 240.
Yeah, but those odds probably look pretty good. But Betsy, he knew he was going to show up tonight. He's got the NJ mentality. He circles matchups. We saw McDavid on the schedule today. He's like, I'm going to show up today. I'm going to show that guy up. And he played like an absolute generational talent that we know he can be today. And the glazing is absolutely worth it because he is that guy. Absolutely.
And dude, it's the mark of a superstar. It's when the lights are the brightest, when you're in Edmonton's arena, 9:00 start.
In Canada. I mean, that's a tough market, man.
Yeah. And you have a 3-point night and you shut them down.
What about that TDR? What about that toe drag release? That's it, Betsy. Toe drag release.
And we haven't even talked about that. We were texting during the first period that spinorama that he had where he fell.
That was incredible. That could have been assist of the year.
Triple
finishes that. He would have had a hat trick tonight. He would have had a 5-point game if he scores on it. That was a Looney Tunes ass assist, but it was beautiful.
That might have been saucier than the Michigan goal. I'm like, it falls on his back. It was like Ovechkin-esque. Like,
that was beautiful, man. If he could have scored on that, I would have exploded all over my room. This laptop would not be working right now if they converted on that goal. Holy jumping. Jumping.
Chippy. Shout out Coach Chippy, toe drag release.
Shout out Coach Chippy, legend.
God, yeah, and just I want to glaze Foligno more too.
He was fucking awesome today.
He looks good on the line. He
deserves that captaincy, man. He played like a captain tonight.
Just an all-out effort win. Just leaves me feeling great for the weekend.
Fuck yeah. And we got Chicago Bears football tomorrow morning. We are cooking. They're going to take that win against the Jags. Chicago sports are cooking. We are fucking back. I'm totally not exaggerating right now. Like, we are fucking back, boys.
Justin, how did you watch the game? What,
ESPN Plus.
ESPN. Oh, that's right, because you're not in the Chicagoland area.
That's right. I'm in Ohio. I'm in the meme land in Cleveland, Ohio for college. Yeah.
Everybody in chat, can you guys let us know how you guys watched? I allegedly used a sketchy
allegedly
site.
Gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. Let me know where you guys watched. I think we need to complain about this every single week.
CHSM, what is going on over there?
I want the entire fan base complaining about this.
The amount of DMs I get, like, how the fuck do I watch these games? It's unbelievable, man. I feel so bad for people.
My dad was texting me during the game, like saying that like this is some 70s, 80s shit that we're dealing with.
Like the 2000s when we weren't on TV during the rebuild before we were good. It's like we're back, man. That means what's coming, right? That means what's coming.
It's criminal. People watch Hockey Night in Canada.
Yeah, seriously.
I live in Chicago, so I do not have that. But we CHSN needs to figure something out.
They gotta get their shit
together. Xfinity, do something with YouTube, because
I don't think YouTube TV is happening. Unfortunately, I think I saw something where it's like it basically said it's not going to happen. But Xfinity, Comcast, I know they're working on like last minute deals there, but still nothing. So who knows? But yeah, it's just it seems like an amateur hour over there right now.
Yeah. What'd you think of Taylor Hall?
he finally got a point today. Like he finally got results because that second line looked so good those first two games, but had nothing to show for it. But Phil the Thrill Kershaw by his birthday from a feed from Hall got on the board, and that second line finally got results, which is good to
Yeah.
see. I think that line's look good. I think Hall looked great today. And I know we didn't really get besides this. I know we didn't really have much more production, but like, I think that guy he can have a really good season. Like you can see each game he looks like he's getting better. His legs are getting under him, and I think he could fit in really well in this team, be really strong in that top six. So I thought he had a good night tonight, and yeah, no, for sure, it's good to see that second line finally get on the board because it took him 3 games, but
Yeah.
I think you keep those guys together because they've looked really good. I think
I
Bertuzzi, Hall, Khrushchev, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see that second line going because I think that's really what Richardson's kind of banking
You
on.
want two working top lines, right?
Two
You don't
legit
want to
top
rely on Betsy Turbo, even though you probably
lines.
could, but you don't want to rely on it.
I thought Philip Khrushchev looked awesome tonight
Phenomenal.
in all three
Phenomenal.
zones, on the puck, off the puck. Obviously had the goal, but
He's proving he can play without Betsy. That he's not a Betsy merchant. He's showing that. He's showing he could be a 2C potentially. That's
Yeah,
great
and
to
he-
see. Yeah.
and he's showing that he's going to be a part of this team in the future, which is what we were hoping for last year and obviously the start of this year in the preseason. And I just hope he proves it all year long. And
Yeah, I know. I hope he could be a part of this core. I think he really can. I think there's a top six player there. I think he could be a part of this team's future for sure, no question. A lot to prove this season, and so far, like he's been one of our best players these first 3 games. So for sure, good to see it.
Tassos said something in the chat about no Reichel again. Scrap.
Yeah, I questioned that before the game, but it's like after like how good we looked, I can't really like question it now. But it is something though. It's like 3 games in the season he hasn't played once. It's like it almost feels like they've already given up on him. Doesn't it kind of feel like that? Like I know he only has to earn his spot and all that, but it's like I think just stapling him to the bench is not the right decision personally.
Especially on like
Even though he looked great today. Even though we look great today, I still think just leaving on the bench, it's like he'd be better off playing. And I know you have to set him down, you have to clear waivers, so that'd be tough. But I don't know. He should be playing in this lineup. Is basically what I'm saying. Like I think it's not the right call to keep him in the press box. Yeah,
especially on back-to-back nights, not starting a single time for these first 3 games.
I think it was tough though because Maroon and Donato are probably the guys I would scratch, but they both look great in the last game. So like, who are you going to take out of the lineup? Is kind of the question.
That was going to be my next question for you: is who would you take out of the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, and I say Maroon's physicality was great today too. Like he had some really big hits, good energy, good grit. So I really don't really know. Even Donato looked good today. So it's like that's the question. It's like I actually can kind of see where Richardson's like dilemma is, right? After watching today more and like everybody looking great, it's like he should get in the lineup, but it's like who do you take out? Maybe Joey Anderson and put him on third lineup, like Mikheyev. Pump Athanasiou up there. Like he should be with Athanasiou, I think. Third line, Mikheyev, Athanasiou, Reichel. That would be a good third line. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't know what Mikheyev did tonight. He had the chance for the empty net, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you could scratch him too. Yeah, I mean, so there's definitely guys you could scratch over Reichel for sure. Yeah, but after how good we looked today, like I can't. Richardson, you know what? Yeah, you were right today. I was wrong. Fair enough.
Tip your cap, keep it moving.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm super pumped that we got that last goal on that power play, just so that we could say that our power play was perfect on the night.
3 for 3. I mean, when was the last time the Hawks power play went 100% in a game and 3 attempts? I mean, what year is this, man? I mean, the power play looked great then the last season, but it was sucked the whole year before that, and it hasn't looked great these first 2 games. But tonight, we fucking cooked. We cooked.
I just want to see it. I want to see them keep it moving. Like carry this.
Yeah, like this is great, but it's 1 game, right?
Yeah. But damn, is it a nice game?
Yeah, I mean, it's because just look at the opponent. I know the Oilers sometimes get off the rough starts. Like last year, they got their slow start. I'm sure that people are like, oh, it's just that. But it's like, this is the fucking Edmonton Oilers. Like everybody has. I think the team that most people have is the Stanley Cup favorites of the Edmonton Oilers, and we just beat them 5-2 convincingly. So it's like this shows we can hang with anybody. I mean, it really does show that
as the best odds to win the cup.
Yeah, so I mean, it says a lot. I mean, it really does. Like this game shows like what we're capable of achieving this year. I still think I haven't changed like my mind too much. I still think we're going to be basement, but it's like but better, more competitive in the games. We can fight with anybody, close games, and it's just going to be more exciting to watch. We're already seeing that.
And that's it right there. Like we're gonna be competitive with everyone, and it's like we're gonna be playing bad teams too. Like the next couple games, we've got
the Flames. Got to win that one.
Thursday, and then we got
Sharks on Thursday
at home for the home opener. It's like,
Celebrity, you see, he might not be playing, unfortunately, because he's out for a week. I think the earliest he could get activated would be Thursday, but that's probably not going to happen. So he might be robbed of Bedsy for Selly, unfortunately, but we'll see. But I mean, yeah, those two games, I mean, you win both of those, it's like all of a sudden you're 3-1-1. But we can't speak like that though, because hockey, it's not like other sports. Anybody can win any given night. You're totally right about this. Like it doesn't work like football. It's any team can win. That's what's so great about hockey. It's so great about parity. Anybody can win. Yeah.
I was with my buddy tonight who's not like the biggest hockey fan, but he brought up a question. How would you feel? What would change? How would the league look? How would the structure of the league look if you change the like NHL game format to the NFL, where you only have like 17 games or 18 games?
What?
Imagine what would happen. Like every single game. I was like, I feel like it would like all that would matter would be like your top line. It would just be like like McDavid would just play like 40 minutes a night, and but it was a funny.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, right.
That's something I've thought about. Yeah, that's. I don't even know what to say about that.
Also,
I didn't get another brewski over here.
There'd be so much more criticism. Damn, a lot of. Yeah, where is everyone listening from? I see a couple people from BC, British Columbia. How do these guys become Hawks fans? I mean, we love it.
Yeah. Well, I got the Hawks on so my favorite Hawks meme pages after me, and he lives in Edmonton. He was at this game today, so credit for him. The Hawks are really good when he shows up. So yeah, shout out to Hawks up on Instagram. That's my boy. But good Alberta boy.
He gave us the vibes, and we got it done. Vancouver, just outside Chicago and Indiana. It's awesome.
You love to see that, like not just people support the team from Chicago and all over the place. I mean, you love to see that. The Blackhawks, not surprising. The original 16. I mean, you get fans from everywhere, which is great to see. I'm actually watching the chat now, so yeah, I can actually interact with you people. But yeah, thank you for watching this. I really appreciate the support.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is like we've said before on the podcast. We're going to be doing these after every single game. And yeah, hit us with the questions. Definitely DM us questions too on our Instagram, Chicago Hockey Radio. We'll be answering questions on the podcast going forward for sure. And we just want to build up this community and keep giving you guys the Hawks content that you're fiending for.
Hell yeah. No, that's preach, brother. Preach.
I have a question for you.
Yes, Raven.
Question.
So with the first period today, kind of mimicking yesterday's game, what was different? What was the difference that, allowed us to get 3 more goals in that period?
I think a lot of it's the structure of the teams. Winnipeg is so strong defensively, and you saw that they were able to kind of stifle us out. We couldn't get much going. Edmonton said what you will about how great of a team they are. Like you can get chances against Edmonton. They're not always the strongest defensively. The goaltending is not as strong. We're not facing Connor Hellebuck tonight, right? We got chances against Winnipeg. We couldn't convert on them. Against a team like Edmonton, like you can kind of expose them in kind of some of those ways. I think you saw that. We got a power play, we converted on them. I think that was the difference too. Like I think we had like one power play against Winnipeg. We had a few tonight. We had 3. So that also getting more chances in the power play made a big difference and actually being able to finish on them. Yeah.
And obviously I think we started faster than we have the past couple games. We looked good in the first period. We were trading chances. Obviously, I think Peter Mrazek kind of kept us in it in the first 10 minutes.
It's a very similar start. Yeah.
A few really good saves, but I mean, let's be honest, the Oilers, I don't want to say they completely mailed this one in, but I mean, they didn't start Skinner because they've got Calgary tomorrow night. So
Skinner's pretty ass in opener. Maybe Kevin Pickerton was better for them.
Yeah.
Skinner's in. I don't think this matchup changes anything, to be honest.
No, that's true. I think that we might be able to win a decent amount, especially like early on in the season. Like expectations for this team are not high. Like, we're not supposed to be good. We're supposed to be finishing in bottom of the division again. One of the probably bottom 4 or 5 in the conference. That's what people think. And so I think a lot of teams are probably going to overlook us, and it's going to hurt them like it did tonight.
I got a good comment in the chat here. Yeah, I know this is just once in the game, but can we talk about Kaiser putting down McDavid on the boards? I went to the PP. That was great. Kaiser fucking owned McDavid there, man. We drew us a power play, and that was huge. Like that was a big game changer, putting us 4-1. It's like at that point, it's like 3 goals. Yeah, it's not safe, but it's like all of a sudden, like you can kind of breathe a little bit. Like we didn't get those insurance goals against Winnipeg, and the whole game being like up 1-0, you don't feel safe, right? Get that power play. Kaiser did a great job drawing that. Oilers fans complain about it because they're a bunch of whiners, but I think it was fair. And we converted on that, and that was a big game changer in this game. So Wyatt Kaiser, great fucking game tonight.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was awesome to see him play. And I don't know, I like TJ Brody scored that he scored on us for that goal, and I was like, dude, why am I?
Brody's been by far the worst defenseman.
Why am I
He's
watching
so ass
Brody when we could have Nolan Allen?
Yeah, get Allen in there. Get anybody.
So many guys we can be developing. We just drafted a defenseman second.
That was the one signing I didn't get. And that was the last thing. It's like all the signings of free agency were like early in the day, and Brody was like after that. That was the one signing I looked at. Like, do we really need them? Like, do we need TJ Brody in this fucking team? I'd rather have Isaac Phillips up here, or I don't know, Louis Crevier, Ethan. You know what I mean?
Well, Mastro too. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we do
Martinez has been great though. Martinez has been great.
I thought he even looked a little clunky tonight too, but I don't know.
Better than Brody. I'm saying compared to Brody, he's been
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we keep talking about it, but obviously we all want to see our prospects play.
Let's talk about the Rockford Ice Dogs too. They fucking cooked today. 4-1 win against the Griffins. Korchinski had this beautiful goal. He had this rush. He just on the power play by himself. He looked like Cale Makar out there. You could already see the confidence building. Colton Dock had a goal today too. Nazar Slager got points. Rockford had a great opening night game against the Griffins, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that team because that's a team I think that could be winning the Calder this year. And our prospects in general, I think Sasha Boisvert had his first goal in the NCAA. I think our prospects tonight just were cooking, absolutely cooking, and you love to see that. Absolutely love to see that.
It's certainly a good day to be a Blackhawks fan.
Yes,
there's just
both the present and the future delivered.
There's so much to look forward to. Just like all these prospects, thinking about how they're going to be next year too. There's a lot to look forward to, and once our first and second line have a whole year under their belt, I think you're going to be having guys coming into the system that really aren't facing too much pressure because they actually have a team around them. Whereas like last year, it was, pretty abysmal. Like Bedard and Korchinski kind of got tossed to the wolves, and it was, sink or swim. Whereas this year and next year, you're going to have competent players around you, helping you, trying to develop.
And we haven't even seen Artie Levshinov yet. He's been out. Like when that guy gets in that Ice Sox team, holy shit, that's going to be a beautiful team. And we're going to see him next year. We're going to see Nazar, potentially more. I mean, Blackhawks 25-26. If you think now is fun, next year, holy jumping, that's going to be cinema.
We haven't even talked about our second overall pick at all. That's how
I know. Yeah.
That's how deep our prospect pool is, how much talent we have in Rockford, and it's exciting times, and we just want to keep this thing going, and
hell yeah,
the team stays competitive and keep getting better and keep winning games and improving on special teams, improving 5-on-5, just constant improvement is really a holy jump encounter.
I'm seeing a holy jump encounter in the chat.
No, I'm gonna turn that into like a tax where if you
was there holy jumping today? I don't know if there was one. Did Pig say that today? I don't know if he did. And he had every opportunity to say it today. 5 goals, Betsy 3-point game, Turbo 4-point game, Jones. Like, why was there no holy jumping today? I don't know if there was.
I had the my alleged illegal stream was the Sportsnet, the Hockey Night in Canada guys. So I didn't get to hear Panger at all, but
I'll say Rick Ball and Darren Pang work so well together. This is the Hawks broadcasts are going to be so much more better this year compared to freaking Chris China Vosters, who couldn't commentate a hockey game to save his life. I mean, these two have great chemistry together, and you're going to see that all year. Love to see for the people who can actually watch them.
Yeah, if I get to, and I don't have to watch Russian streams all year long. That's the only thing I can be negative about, I guess, right now. Like that game had me so up. I don't know what.
Tassos in the chat, he's saying, do you start Mrazek again Tuesday? I would say so. I think by Thursday, home opener, I think Brossoit should be back. You probably want to start Mrazek again Thursday, and then yeah, Brossoit could start the next game. But I think that's 2 days in between, 2 days of rest. I think you could start
Yeah,
Mrazek.
let Mrazek earn his money. These games are now pretty spread out. He's got a few days.
Maybe he's saying we should give Soderblom another game, which to be fair, he did look really good against Winnipeg. So maybe there is an argument to give Soderblom another game before you send him back to Rockford when Brossoit's back. But I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I think that could go either way. To
No,
be
if
honest,
you want
plus
to
give him more rest for the home opener too. That's the thing.
if you
Yeah.
reward Soderblom, then yeah, let him play in Calgary on Tuesday. But I want to see Mrazek starting for the home opener without a doubt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He should definitely be in for against the Sharks, which hopefully will win that. I mean, if Celebrini out of the lineup, there's no reason not to win that. Betsy versus Will Smith, that matchup should slap pretty hard. So I'm looking forward to that.
The Hockey Night in Canada guys were glazing McDavid and the Oilers all game. I mean, look, it's what's
He didn't even
happen.
do anything. I think he had an assist. He had an assist on the Drysdale goal, but that was it. Drysdale kept his point streak alive. I think it's 16 games now, Drysdale against the Hawks. So he left with something, I guess, but that's about it.
If you guys watch that Amazon Prime documentary, you know the NHL is praying for an Edmonton Oilers Stanley
They want
Cup.
that so bad.
McDavid's their poster boy. Obviously, he's the best player in the sport.
Yeah.
So, of course, Hockey Night in Canada is going to be glazing the fuck out of them.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It makes the win that much sweeter.
Every single media pundit it's picking Oilers win the cup like it's like set in stone. It's like that's why I'm not cheering for them. I don't want what everybody else wants. I always like going against what the majority says.
Of course. We have a comment. When Artie joins the Hawks, do you see him or Vlasic quarterbacking the second power play unit?
Oh, good question. When Artie joins the Hawks. Artie. Artie's got to be quarterback of that unit because I think he's got more offensive, like a game upside to his game. I think Vlasic, we've seen some of that, which is good to see. I think he's expanded his offensive game so far this season. But Artie, I mean, that's a guy you want quarterback at the power play, 100%. I mean, he could flourish in that role because he's I think he's great at both sides of the puck. He's great defensively and he's great offensively. Good two-way defender. Be in the Norris conversations. Give that guy a chance. You saw a lot in Michigan State. Like he was great in that role. So yeah, I'd love to see that.
I agree, but I think the bigger question is would it be Artie or Korchinski if Korchinski's up there too?
Well, Korchinski's got more offensive side to his game, so you probably want him PP1 than Levchinov PP2 if you're having 4 forwards on each unit.
What about Seth 3-point game Jones?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking by the time Artie arrives and he's in full swing, he's probably on the decline a little bit. So not next year, but I'm saying like in our prime, like a few years from now. Next year, you wouldn't want Artie quarterback in the power play. He's going to be a rookie. I mean, you probably want Jones PP1, then Kevin PP2. Or, I mean, I guess Artie could be PP2. I don't know. I mean, he could be in the caller conversation next year. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's actually a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. What if
it's a good problem to have, right?
What if he's NHL ready this year, though?
He could be. I mean, scouts said he's the most NHL ready player in the draft. So he definitely could be. He's going to be a nice Hogs. I'm pretty sure in saying that, especially because he missed all the training camp in the preseason. You don't just want to throw him in there, but I think he could play that. I think you'll see him at some point, probably towards the end of the season, but not. He's going to be a nice Hawks for the majority of the year, I think. Yeah.
Someone in chat said Artie's dunking Keith on steroids. All right,
that would be great. That would be fantastic.
I think that's too far.
Yeah. I mean, I think we both agree. Like we'd still even in hindsight, I think we both still want Ivan, but hopefully Artie. I think we're both happy from though, and I think I'm excited to see what he can do. I think that's he could fit in really strong.
I agree. Where are we at, Raven? Do we have any more questions in chat? I think I don't know if you have anything more to add. I think
we've covered it all. I mean, if there's more questions, great, but maybe we could just talk about expectations for. I mean, I think we kind of already have though. I think Tuesday against the Flames. I mean, after today, I mean, you think it would be an easy win, but though the Flames beat the Canucks, and it's like, and nothing in hockey's guaranteed. You can't predict these things. I mean, matchups. It's not like we've said this. So, but I think if you can get back-to-back wins and then go in the home opener being 2-1-1, and it gets the Sharks, I mean, we're in business, boys. We're in business.
If Soderblom starts on Tuesday, what are your score predictions for that game?
Against the Flames. It's at the Flames. I'll say we win it because Soderblom looked fantastic against Winnipeg. I'll say we win it. I'd say 4-3. 4-3 Hawks win. It goes to overtime. Bedsy game winner because why not?
I'll go 3-2.
we gotta beat the Flames. Rick Ball's team. It'd be nice for him to commentate us beating them. So hopefully we can win for him.
They are 2-0 though.
Yeah, they've looked better than I thought. I thought that. I mean, it's early days, but like us, but they have looked
Dude,
like a competent team. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. That's what I was saying on the podcast. Is these first
yeah, yeah.
bad teams can win games. So I don't I
Oh
don't
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but
But if we beat the Oilers 5-2, I mean, surely there's no way we lose to the Flames. But hockey, it's like, I don't know. It's like we could, but
yeah,
I'd
that's
say
the
we win
thing.
back to back.
You
And
can't
then
do
three, the home opener. Yeah.
you can't do hockey math like that. It's like just because we beat this team, it's like now we'll watch us get blown out by the Flames. That would be so Blackhawks. But
That would be, yeah, because like the Hawks are so inconsistent from game to game. Like we could easily look ass on Tuesday and then all this goes out the window, but hopefully not.
One last
Yeah.
comment. We got 3 games in the season now. Any breakout/amazing year for any players not Bedard?
Well, I think Lee mentioned Turbo, and I'd agree with that 100%. I'd say outside of that, I think Vlasic's got potential to really break out this year. I mean, we've seen what he could do on the defensive side of the game, but I think there's an offensive side of the game I think that he can improve upon. I think we'll see that this year. I think Seth, if he could finally put his contract, that'd be great. But I'd say Kurashev. Yeah, Kurashev is the obvious one for me. I think he
yeah,
could be a 60, 70-point guy this year. Second line center, I think he could still do that. I mean, maybe throw him up there occasionally a bit, just to get that old connection going. But I think he's shown he can play without Bedard too, and that's great to see. But I wouldn't mind putting him up with. Imagine a Bedard, Tavo, Kurashev line. Holy jumping! That would be cinema.
that should be our nuclear
Oh.
option for
Yeah,
sure.
because you saw the Oilers like late in the game, they put McDavid and Draisaitl together. Normally they split them up, but like, occasionally if you're down late in the game, put Bedard and Kersh together. Those two can fucking cook. Get them in the power play at some point. They can cook. So
I
I
do.
think
I mean,
Phil Kurashev. Yeah, I'm
Only-
throw all the stock on him.
only 3 games in, but I agree. I think he's probably looked like our third best forward, honestly, especially.
Yeah, after Betsy Turbo, then Kershev's 3. Yeah, 100%.
Um,
I want to see more on Bertuzzi. Like, what's he done so far? I haven't really. He hasn't really done anything. That's one negative in the top 6 is Bertuzzi. Like, I don't know. He didn't get a point today, did he? I
not
don't
much
think he did.
contribution so far, but I mean, who knows? New team might take him some time.
Yeah, no points for Bertuzzi. Yeah.
If we can, if they continue to roll out the same second line consistently, they get more reps together. I think he'll start ending up on the score sheet and producing a little more. I think probably just needs some time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
I think with Turbo, like he's been here before too, so he has some of that familiarity. Even though it's a completely different team and nobody on that team was here, it's like he has kind of that comfort of being in Chicago, and he's on that top line Betsy versus second line, so it's easier for him to produce right away versus Bertuzzi. Yeah, right.
and I think it's an easy spot to be in for Teravainen, especially
Yeah.
coming from that Carolina team that had like a ton of high end talent up top.
He was kind of like Aho's like a side
Yeah.
piece. He was like the Batman or his Robin to his Batman, like he is with Bedard. So
He'd
yeah.
bounce around from like the second line and the first line, and but now it's like he's obviously going to be playing with Bedard all season long, playing on the first line, first power play unit. He's outside of Bedard, our best player on the team, and he knows that. So I think that is going to boost a guy's confidence. Just like I'm the guy on this team, and so I hope he benefits from that all season long, because that will also mean good things for our baby boy.
Yeah, question in the chat. Do you think Nazar comes up later in the year? 100%. I think you'll see Nazar Kaczynski on the Hawks team at some point. Probably not for a bit. It probably won't be till later in the season, but I would be surprised if we don't see them play games like later in the season, like post-trade deadline, like when we sell. If we sell, I mean, after we look tonight, maybe we won't be selling. I don't know. I mean, we can't predict. It's hard to say, but I would be surprised if we don't see them at some point. There's going to be injuries, right? There's going to be guys struggling. Like, I think they'll give a shot at some
Well,
point.
yeah, and also, what if we start losing games? If we start losing games, you're not going to be stubborn and keep, Pat Maroon and Smith and Anderson in week to week, you're not you're going to bring up these young, talented guys if the team starts to go a little stagnant and struggle a little bit, especially in that bottom 6. So we'll see them.
Somebody in the chat said move Kershaw up to PP1 and Bertuzzi PP2.
Of course.
Yeah, totally agree. Kershaw should be with Betsy in the power play. As good as that power play look, to get him on there with Betsy and Turbo, holy, that'll be something. Yeah.
I think we'll see it. So far, I think Luke Richardson has proved to not be a dummy. And it almost makes you think maybe some of the moves that we've kind of questioned aren't his decisions and maybe more front office. Like, hey, we want Martinez being like on the top pairing because we may or may not allegedly want to flip him in the trade deadline. And then you see him make adjustments throughout the game.
I don't know about that. I don't think Davidson wants Reichel being healthy scratch every night. I think that's probably Richardson, but maybe on the defense. I don't know. I still think Vlasic and Jones should probably be together. But I mean, let's say Richardson's. I would question some of his decisions, and you know what? Tonight it looked great. Maybe he's onto something. Like again, he's the coach. He's seeing things that we're not seeing. So you know what? Yeah. I tipped the cap tonight. They cooked, and yeah, I can't really complain.
Gentlemen, we will be coming back on air for another show on Monday. We will have another live game show on Tuesday against the Calgary Flames. If you like this content, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, but also check out wherever you get this podcast, whether that be Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, etc. Should be out within an hour after this is concluded. But yeah, we will see all of you guys next time.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Let's go. Hawks win, baby.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, boys.
Yes. Peace out.